Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. An NPR reports that a cargo ship caught fire off Qatar's coast on Sunday after being struck by an unknown projectile, according to the British military. The incident, occurring 23 nautical miles northeast of Doha, caused a small fire that was extinguished with no reported casualties. This attack is seen as a test of the month-old shaky ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. Tensions remain high, with Iran restricting traffic through the strategic Strait of Hormuz and the U.S. maintaining a blockade of the Iranian ports. Negotiations are ongoing for a deal to end the war, reopen the strait, and address Iran's nuclear program, particularly its significant stockpile of highly enriched uranium. Both sides have recently engaged in maritime confrontations, and Iran has warned of severe retaliation for any attacks on its vessels or nuclear sites. President Trump has threatened renewed bombing if a deal isn't reached. US News Channel CNN reported on May 9th, citing US intelligence analysis, that Iran's supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, is playing a significant role in negotiations to end fighting between the United States and Iran. The analysis also suggests that Iran maintains its missile capabilities. Mojtaba Khamenei assumed the position of supreme leader in early March, following the death of his father, Ali Khamenei, who was killed in a U.S.-Israel attack on February 28. Mojtaba himself was injured in that attack and has not made any public appearances since his inauguration. According to CNN, Mojtaba Khamenei avoids using electronic communication devices, making it difficult for U.S. intelligence agencies to confirm his exact location. He reportedly suffered severe burns to one side of his face and arm and is currently undergoing treatment. This information comes from the Asahi Shimbun. Sri Lanka is increasingly becoming a new international hub for online fraud, with authorities arresting over 600 foreign nationals since January, GG Press reports. This month alone, police raided a building in Sri Jayawardenepura, the capital, apprehending approximately 120 individuals from 9 countries, including China and Vietnam, who were allegedly operating fraud schemes from rented apartment floors. Separately, 37 Chinese nationals were detained near Colombo, with numerous tablets, mobile phones, and SIM cards seized. Police state that many suspects entered on tourist visas and were working illegally, with some overstaying their permits. Previously, Myanmar and Cambodia in Southeast Asia were primary centers for such scams, often linked to Chinese mafia. However, intensified crackdowns in those regions are believed to have prompted these criminal organizations to shift their operations to Sri Lanka, citing geographical factors and easier visa acquisition. The Chinese embassy in Sri Lanka has pledged cooperation with local authorities in investigations and crime prevention, while Sri Lankan immigration plans special screenings for arrivals from countries associated with fraud arrests to enhance surveillance. 联合早报 reports that Canadian Prime Minister Carney has expressed openness to establishing closer trade ties with the United States and Mexico in certain industries. Speaking at a political rally in Toronto on Saturday, May 9, Carney stated that Canada is receptive to deepening integration, including the possibility of forming a Fortress North America in specific sectors to foster North American economic prosperity. The Fortress North America concept aims to curb goods from China while enhancing trade and manufacturing links among the 3 North American nations. Carney did not specify which industries he believes are suitable for this intensified cooperation, but he indicated that if these proposals ultimately do not materialize, Canada would vigorously invest in new markets and products elsewhere. Previous discussions among political leaders have already highlighted the potential for increased cooperation among North American trade partners, particularly in the energy and critical mineral sectors. For instance, the Premier of Ontario has put forth a U.S.-Canada growth plan specifically designed to promote mineral development and processing. The USMCA trade agreement, which took effect in July 2020, is scheduled for review on July. I Canada growth plan specifically designed to promote mineral development and processing. The USMCA trade agreement, which took effect in July 2020, is scheduled for review on July. Canada Wordingnesdrap and Soka Marka, Wardebers Freestay, Diet Borcode, Das. Tenat reported there'd soe pated W hem ba taken up a gaze of the were people draw Das. That's not sold offing me to product sold while down the apleep intrexware, techware. It test of the owality dreth and, in now, that agility, das. A cased R stanet. The USMCA trade, crowd sably draw or das, and das, das, das.联合早报 reports that Iran's military spokesperson has issued a warning, stating that any country implementing sanctions against Iran, following the example of the United States, will encounter obstacles when attempting to navigate the Strait of Hormuz. This statement, reported by Iran's Tasnim news agency on Sunday, May 10th, indicates a heightened stance from Tehran regarding its key maritime passage. In a separate development reported by the UK Maritime Trade Operations Office on the same day, a cargo ship was struck and set ablaze by an unidentified flying object while sailing northeast of Doha, Qatar. The fire was subsequently brought under control, and initial reports indicate that no one sustained injuries in the incident. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.